What is up, guys? It is Ross, and this is some new content I'll be doing where I'll be doing developer logs of Mario Kart Wii Limitless and just showcasing every vehicle. So I chose the vehicle through the randomizer, and today it's giving me the Wario bike. So yeah, without further ado, I'm just gonna play the game here and commentate as I go. So you might remember this thing from the Vehicle War that I uploaded almost last year. That was a very long time ago. But basically, the Wario bike is pretty much meant to be a high-speed battering ram. It's inspired by, like, the heavyweight vehicles in Mario Kart 8 and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, where they spec in really high top speed and really high weight, but, you know, they're miserable and everything else. Well, miserable to mediocre and everything else. It has middle-of-the-road excel, it's got decent but not great handling, its drift isn't the best, and then its off-road and mini-turbo aren't very strong at all. But it's got solid top speed, it's faster than the Flame Runner, and I think it's the 4th or 5th fastest bike in the game. I think it's only behind Sneakster, Spear, and Jet Bubble, and maybe Bullet Bike, I can't remember. It is the 2nd heaviest vehicle in the game, only behind the Piranha Perler. Wario Bike's weight is so much that it there's a shot. It actually bumps. Its weight stat is like erroneously high compared to every other vehicle other than it and Piranha Perler. And so because of this, it is considered a different type of vehicle. We currently call them the bully vehicles because they bully people, although people colloquially refer to them as weight vehicles based on the weight stat, which works just as well, I think. It's definitely what we used to call it, anyway. This track isn't really the best to showcase this thing on, I don't think, because there are a lot of turns, but I'm making it work. You might also notice that this thing doesn't quite drift the way you would expect an outside drift bike to drift. You'd notice that its turn is a little bit shallow, and the reason for that is because it has a lower than average drift target angle, or drift angle. And the reason this is simply so that it can be more closely correlated to Spear, which a lot of people were pretty quick to point out Wario Bike is sort of like an outside drift equivalent of. Let's drop that fib. Oh no, not another blue shell. It's fine, we'll buff them out. Solid first place, let's go. The consequences of being a weight vehicle is your speed is very high, but it isn't quite as optimized as some of the other vehicles that are built around speed, like obviously vehicles like Sneakster and Mach Bike and Flame Runner. But I should also mention that also your mini turbo isn't too great, which means you have very little room to actually optimize your speed. So you can't really front run against other players particularly well. It's pretty hard to tell because I'm playing against CPUs, and CPUs are not the best in Mario Kart Wii. You just saw Peach and Toadette fling off the track there from the POW, which is kind of funny. But what you lack in front running potential, you can make up for in your sheer carnage that you can inflict. It's not fast enough to like gain a massive lead, but it's fast enough to be able to contend at the front of the pack and keep a strong lead, as it were, which makes it very strong at like preventing people from overtaking it, because you can just you can drop your wheelie and then just bump them, and you're slowing down a bit, but in that context you could argue slowing down is a good thing, because you're like ruining someone's day. Well, my day is about to be ruined with all of these blue shells, but silly. And you have the weight. Your other stats are not good, but they're serviceable. I can't believe I failed that. But yeah, they're serviceable, so you can get the job done. It's like vanilla Piranha Perler. It's like an all-arounder, kind of, just with a juicy weight stat. You might notice as well, I didn't get to point this out before, but whenever this thing gets shocked, it bounces a little. And I think that's visual. Because I know Shooting Star suffers from like bounces whenever it gets shocked, and that just straight up prevents it from accelerating. But I think in this instance, in Limitless, we changed the suspension values of certain vehicles to, like, basically make them less obstructive when it comes to bounces. And some vehicles we had to give the opposite treatment to. Like Shooting Star is a good example. We had to make it more bouncy because its suspension value is so low in the base game that it clips through the floor during shocks, and that impacts its ability to accelerate. Wario Bike has this in vanilla as well, but I don't think it affects its ability to accelerate. I think it's purely a visual thing, so it wasn't fixed in Limitless. Yeah, so you see here, I'll compare it. The acceleration seems to go down at about the same rate, as you could probably see there. I don't know, maybe I should have, like, maybe I should have took note of the speed I dropped down to for, like, the same testing, but it appears to check out. I'm gonna hang back, I'm gonna see if I can put this thing's weight to good use. Mario just goes flying like a tin can. Oh, great. Let's take Dry Bowser as an example. I'm gonna try and bully this man. Come here. No, don't get your foot. Alright, people are bullying the bully vehicle. This is unacceptable. Toadette just has triple bananas. Yeah, so you can just kind of do that. It's pretty funny. I'm sure that could have worked with a lot of vehicles, but Wario Bike especially gets the job done extremely easily, I think, because of the weight. Obviously at low speed you're not able to bump very well. And as you can see there, I just got wheelie bumped, so you do have to take your surroundings into account on the Wario Bike to at least a mild degree. Otherwise you can just get locked in a loop of wheelie bumps and the tables can get turned very quickly. Oh my goodness, sir! Get out of here. I was going to bump him, but he was way too far off to the side, so I didn't think that would be worth it. Ooh, Ground Star. Activate the shock, do it! Go! Go! Yeah, you definitely need handling to make some of those turns. Like, you can start off with a drift and then use it to moderate handling to, like, save yourself. On some instances, you kind of have to do that because of its drift. Oh, this track's going to be fun. This is a very good track to showcase high-speed vehicles on. Get out of here. Back bombing the universe. I'm gonna see if I can do the window cut, because I don't usually do the window cut because it can be pretty hit or miss on some vehicles. The Wario Bike has like a big fat-ass back tire, so bounces aren't especially terrible in this thing, but you know, it's an outside drift bike, so obviously it just has to have its moments here and there. Oh, I suck. I missed both mini turbos there. You wouldn't think that missing mini turbos would be a big deal in this thing because its mini turbo stat isn't great. Definitely on the lower end, but on situations like that, on situations where you need a mini turbo to clear a ramp, it can definitely be very inconvenient, especially if it involves slamming into a wall and killing all of your speed. Get out of here. I'm pretty sure that hit the banana that was just sitting there and not the one that I backed. There we go. Fucking aced it that time. Oh, and my reward is the shock. Just while this race is drawing to a close here, I feel like I might as well chat about sort of the Wario Bike's impact on this mod. It's a very solid vehicle. It's got a unique place. It's a bike that can sort of throw other people to the wayside. And in recent times, it's had sort of a newfound appreciation from players, which you love to see. The fact that it was a terrorist in the last patch probably helped, I'll admit. Oh no, there's another blue shell. Whatever will I do? So yeah, that was the Wario Bike in Mario Kart Wii Limitless. I will be doing a video like this for all of the vehicles in the mod, so stay tuned for those. And until next time, this is Ross, signing out. Goodbye.